Hello everybody. Today we're going to take a break from the clunker video as we're still waiting on some parts. The Truvative bottom bracket adapter is out of stock, and the rear hub I'm trying to use is out of stock also. So instead, I thought we would work on this late 90s Yeti Arc. I got this from a friend who was riding it as their regular mountain bike for a while, but they have decided to go a different direction, and so I picked it up. As you can see, he kind of had it built up with some older XTR. It does have, looks like they wrapped the chainstay with electrical tape and then it just got baked on in the sun, so it's kind of flaking off. So I'm gonna have to find a way to maybe Scotch-Brite to get that off. And then he had it rocking a synchros crank, but if you can see here with this size of chain ring, the spacing is super tight, so I may switch to a smaller chain ring or switch out the crankset. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do. This one is uncracked, so it is in good shape. I do plan on riding this and keeping it, so I may part out and sell the crankset and ride something different. Chris King headset. I have the Accutrex fork. He was running a Kona Project 2 fork. I also have the matching self-energizing brakes, so I plan to put those back on the front, and then a Yeti bar with a Ringle stem. It's got set up with thumb shifters and Dicomp S7 brake levers, which are nice levers, but who knows exactly what direction we're gonna go. Today's plan is just to get the fork on and then try to work on this chainstay to see if we can find a way to get that goop. Well, it's now hard, how we can get that hardened tape off. So let's see what we can figure out. First things first, I'm just gonna get that, remove the shark tooth. Now that we have the shark tooth off, I'm going to try a few different things to get this, what I think was electrical tape that then got hardened. You know, the more I look at this, if you look back here, we can see this, it almost looks like I don't know, maybe they glued something, because you can see this is for sure some kind of paste, which would equal this, and then this has the stripes, so they may have glued tape or something on, and then it's all just hardened, and I mean, it's pretty nasty. So I don't know, we're gonna ponder how to fix that while we install the fork. Main reason I want to install the fork is I don't lose any of the headset bits. It's been a pretty busy shop with spring tune-ups, and there's a lot of projects going on, so I don't want the rest of the headset to just walk away or get scraped into a box of mesh parts and disappear. So we're going to get this put on. I'm going to go grab the headset. Well, we'll go in the back and do this because that's easier. Come on, Daisy. Come on. That's the shop dog. She likes to watch the door. Come on. So, the back of the shop is pretty full at the moment with a lot of repairs coming in. There's some pretty cool bikes at the moment. We just got this epic, rightfully named Colnago Dream in, that we're gonna help a customer sell. I mean, it is mint condition, so that'll make someone a really nice road bike. So a lot of people use a hammer to set a crown race, but I find a really easy way to do it is if you have a hard surface. I'm just going to use the base plate here and a few good smacks, and she's on good. I just find that it works easier than trying to hold the fork and swing a hammer. We've installed the AccuTrax fork. So let me do some scrubbing and some cleaning, and I will touch back. Hello everybody. After a few days of working on the Yeti, I'm back to showing you what we got going on. As y'all remember, this was covered in some unknown substance, and after a lot of trial and error, I found a way to get it off. It's not perfect by any means. I'm not done. I just have gotten tired of working on it, so I'm just gonna move forward with the build and come back to it now that I have a method. And the method was a little scary, but what I did is the stuff was really thick, so I used a razor blade, and actually like a semi-dull one seemed to work the best to scrape it all off. And then I attacked it with a rag and Mother's Meg polish. I wanted to use, it turned out that this, which is obviously coarser than, you know, other paint polishes. I mean, we have a few, you know, I tried the purple, which is good stuff, but again, it's just not as coarse as Mother's Meg polish. So the Mother's Meg polish got us to this. So I think it, you know, it looks pretty good. I just obviously need to finish, you know, more down here on the bottom. Also, while thinking about the build, while doing all those things, I tracked down some more fun yellow parts because I decided to go yellow. So we have some yellow race face cranks, obviously the yellow saddle that I already had, and the yellow bottle cages. Also got this really mint yellow race face stem. So when we put that on in replace of the Ringle stem and these instead of the Synchros, just because I decided I did want to do yellow, and we'll be running the same Yeti bar. I also have decided to ditch the first gen XTR in exchange for M952, so it can be 9-speed. And I wasn't liking how the cable hanger was looking, so I decided we're going to do V-brakes also. So it'll be V-brakes and still XTR, but XTR 952, so it's 9-speed with those race face cranks. I think it'll look pretty good. So put you down here and we'll start assembling the front end, see how the stem looks with the bars, and then we'll carry on from there. Just gonna tighten these up. So the one thing that was missing from this headset was the top cap, Push King top cap, but I happen to have here at the shop, we have a bunch of spares. You know, we have a lot of, we keep everything, so you know, we just got a lot of Chris King headsets that are missing some pieces, and when possible we put them together to make completes. But we also have to run down to get the derailleur and the brakes. So we will go down and do all that at once. But first, I want to put the handlebar on. We will have to replace the levers because those are short pull, and because we're going to go to V-brakes, we'll need long pull levers. Not sure what we'll use for levers. Again, we'll have to look what we have, but I think I probably have some XTR levers, or I really like those Shimano servo wave levers. M600, I think M601. There's a few more designations that are all the same lever, just different groups. It's I figured while we're at it and we are kind of getting the feel of the whole bike, we might as well toss on these cages to see if we want to, if they'll be as fit the way we want it to. Now we're starting to get an idea of what it's going to look like. So the way this helicoil is set up in here is it's just pressed. This hole gets drilled out so that this insert fits, and then you're just sandwiching this and the derailleur onto the frame. Now that's, obviously what happens when you have non-replaceable derailleur hangers. This is a 97 or 98. That's when they had the Troy Lee design. I think in 99 is when they started running the replaceable derailleur hanger. Yes, we'll be removing the canties, and then we'll be throwing on all the XTR goodies. So let's run downstairs and grab that stuff. So as some of you may know, we run a large online bike shop called Gringineer Cycles. We specialize in vintage mountain bikes, but we also have parts from all over the eras of cycling, from modern 11 and 12 speed drivetrains to 70s road bike parts. We don't dabble too much in older than 70s parts. We do really have a passion for clunkers, but that's just kind of the frame, and then we throw on more modern components. But so the link to the shop will be in the bio of the video, but just give you a quick, now that we're in the basement, I can just give you a quick kind of a tour of the stuff that we have, and then we'll wrap around and pick out some of the parts we're going to use for the Yeti build. So, we just have tons of front derailleurs and stems, more stems, quill stems, rear derailleurs, and all this stuff is up on our website. Some fun NOS parts. These are cool, something I thought about using on a different build. Is some purple Trek bar ends. I'm a big purple fan. Pretty much all fun colors. Some Saki low-fat pedals. See some more road style stuff. The Seguino high column. Scott grips. So just lots of goodies. And I said you can find all that up on our shop. We are gonna pick from the duplicate bin for the parts we need. So this is all just derailleurs that are waiting to go up on the site. So they haven't been cleaned yet, but they have been gone over to make sure they're functioning. And so because all of our parts are used, we only list one at a time. So when the XTR M952 derailleur on the site would sell, we would come down here and grab another one, clean it, photo it. So you're always getting the part that you see in the pictures. So a lot of this is just duplicates waiting to go. So we have a derailleur. Now we need to grab some brakes. So these are the brake levers I was talking about. These are kind of always my favorite brake levers, these servo wave levers. I like the shape and how they feel in my hand, and I just also think they function really well. So we're gonna bring those up because we may use those levers if we don't have, you know, a more exciting pair of levers to run. You know, so that wouldn't be a bad option either. Some 739s, another good brake lever. I really like the big heavy duty barrel adjusters on these. We're gonna come over here where I know we have more brakes. And oh, it's hard to go wrong with a pair of Avid Arch Supremes or Ultimates. Ooh, seeing this one right here has got me thinking about doing hydraulic rim brakes. I've always wanted to do hydraulic rim brakes, and I never have built the bike up with a set yet because I never find a bike that they would look good on. But the Yeti might be the bike for the brakes. Okay, so that's the rear. There's some of the hardware. Some more of the hardware. Okay, well, we may not be needing those brake levers, so let's go put those back. I think we've got a pretty good idea of what we're going to be doing. The only thing I'm worried about is these ones are more of like a highlighter yellow, so I think they're going to clash with the cranks and the stem, but it's worth at least hanging them on to see what we think. Oh, and we need chain rings. Well, we'll have to do a little bit more shopping, I guess, for the chain rings. Okay, so we're gonna check how these Maguros are gonna look. I can already kind of tell that, you know, this is standard yellow, this is very much a highlighter yellow. To me, that clashes. So obviously we're making some progress on the Yeti. We figured out what stem we're going to use. We've decided we're going to switch to V brakes. We've gotten the majority of the crap off the back. I still need to dig up brakes that are going to work, so we're not going to use those highlighter Maguros. And I need to get chain rings for the crankset and then pull out a set of wheels. So I will do some more digging to pull up the parts we need, and we will be back for part 2 to finish this build. If you're working on a build and need some parts, again, make sure to check out our site on Green Engineer Cycles. Link will be in the bio. Have a great day. Bye.